The three-step process to success in life. Should be success in life. Okay, I hope you guys can hear me. I hope it's not too noisy. But this stream is an important one, and it's called the three-step process to success in life. Because a lot of you guys have asked me, what is success in life? I'm going to give you a three-step process of what you need to do to be successful. Okay? So this is something that I've devised myself. I don't know anybody else who have said this. Maybe they have. This is my own creation. Of course, I've taken influence from other people, but this is my own creation. So, step number one. First of all, you have to get yourself in the correct mindset. You have to have a clear mind. What does it mean to have a clear mind? Well, you need to get rid, and I've spoken about this before, you need to get rid of this victim mentality. I know a lot of you guys have this. If you're a failure, in life, stop believing that you are a victim. You have to put it in your mind that if you are a failure, that is simply because of the poor choices and the poor decisions that you have made in your own life. You have to look at it like that. You cannot look at it like, oh, I'm a failure because I'm a victim of this or I'm a victim of that. No. You're not going to be successful. As long as you think like that, you're not going to be successful. Another issue is this entitlement complex where you believe that you are entitled to something. Oh, I deserve this, I deserve that, I deserve this, I deserve that. Well, if you believe you deserve it, then you have to be willing to do whatever it takes to get it. See, you can believe you deserve something, but you don't just deserve it because you exist. You deserve it because you've done the things necessary in order to obtain it. Okay? Another problem people have, focusing on what other people are doing. A lot of people, they are hyper-focused. They are hyper-focused on what other people are doing. Oh, he did it this way. Oh, he did it that way. Oh, why does he have that and I don't have that? I had this problem as well. I used to think, this person, why do they have that? Why can't I have that? Get that out of your brain. You got a goal, you want something out of life, you go ahead and do it. You go ahead and attain it. Don't worry about those other people. Those people don't care about you. They don't care if you don't wake up tomorrow morning. They don't care. So stop focusing on people who don't care about you. Another thing is focusing on things that you cannot change. All right? These political issues, these social issues, you know, you're spending all this time worrying about politics. You know, whoever is in power, you know, I know Trump 2020 is coming up for you Americans. Forget about it. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant because you know why? Because whether Trump wins or whoever else wins, it's not going to change you from a failure to a success. It can make, at the most, a tiny difference. A tiny difference. Very minuscule difference. All this political talk, unless you're going to run for president, unless you're going to run for, you know, some kind of position, don't waste your time with all this political nonsense. It's a waste of time. Don't worry what this politician said, what that politician said. You're setting yourself up for failure, because while those idiots are worrying about that, the people who have the right mindset, they're actually focusing on themselves, and they're going to be truly successful. You know, don't worry about that, because you can't change it. But what you can do is change your own life. You have the power to change your own life, but you don't have the power to control these different political issues or social issues. They're a waste of time. You see this a lot on YouTube. People, they think they're some big shot. They got maybe 10, 20,000 subscribers. They're making these political videos. Multiple per day. You're wasting your time. You're never going to make any impact. What you say is irrelevant. What you think is irrelevant. Those politicians, they're going to do whatever they're going to do. At the end of the day, no matter how much you talk about politics, you still only got one vote. You still only got one vote. A guy like me who doesn't give a shit about politics have the same impact that you that spend 20, 30, 40 hours a week on researching that nonsense. I have the same power as you. You know? I have the same power as you. You got one vote. And that's if the voting system is not rigged, which I believe it is. I believe it is rigged. I don't even believe the votes matter. But that's another topic altogether. Social issues, you know, all these different social issues that we have in today's society. You can't control them, so why are you whining about it? Why are you complaining about it? Oh, women are doing this. Oh, guys are doing this. Stop worrying about that. Okay? If you take what I'm saying in this video, okay, you take all that crap out of your head. You take all that negativity out of your head. All that I'm a victim out of your head. Just have your goals and focus on it. We're going to get into that in the next step. This is still the first step. You know, the first step, establishing yourself, get yourself in the right mind. Have the right mindset. You know, you got to first of all care about yourself. Because a lot of you guys, you don't care about yourself. A lot of you guys, you don't care about yourself at all. A lot of you guys, you hate yourself. Because let me tell you something. Whatever you may think, okay? Whatever you may think, if you're wasting your time moping around, acting the victim, whining and complaining, you don't care about yourself. Because if you truly cared about yourself, what you would be doing would be improving yourself. Because that's the way to make yourself happy. You're not going to make yourself happy by whining and complaining. It solves nothing. It solves absolutely nothing. So cut it out. Cut it out entirely. Okay? Once you have a clear mind, once you've got rid of all these hang-ups, you've got rid of all this negative thinking, all this defeatism, now you are ready to move on to step 2. Tell me what the sound is like, guys. I hope the cars are not too loud. You're ready to move on to step 2. What is step 2? What is step 2 of the 3-step process to success in life? I'll tell you what, step 1 is the most important. Because without step one, more than likely you're not going to achieve step two. Okay? But step two is establishing yourself financially. Establishing yourself sorry guys. Establishing yourself financially. You must establish yourself financially. Okay? How do you do that? How do you make sure that in your life you are in a position whereby you can establish yourself financially? Well, you must learn skills. If you're an individual who's working crappy jobs your whole life and you want to keep applying for crappy jobs, you're going to live a crap life. You know, you're going to live a crap life from now until the day that you die. That's not progress. Moving from one crap job to another. Moving from one warehouse job to another. Moving from one stocking shelves. You're stocking shelves at Tesco. Next minute you're stocking shelves in Aldi. You're a failure. You're not making any progress. Don't look at it like, I need a job. Some people do need a job. Okay, some people do. If you desperately need a job, you desperately need one, okay, get one. Get a job. Get one. But you mustn't lose track of what you really need, which is skills. Without skills, you're going nowhere. Because we live in a capitalist society. And in a capitalist society, what you are paid or what you make if you are a business owner is dependent on the skills that you are bringing to the market. So of course, if you're stocking shelves for a living, you have no skills. So your money is gonna be crap. You know, if you're doing something that requires hard work, that requires that not everybody's doing, that a lot of people are scared to do it, you will be able to make a good amount of money. You'll be able to make a good amount of money. A lot of people don't work hard enough. They do not work hard enough. If you're working 40 hours a week, that's not enough. 40 hours a week is not enough. There's 168 hours in a week, and you're telling me you can only work 40. You can only work 40 out of 168? Are you having a laugh? That's a joke. You know, you can work way more than that. Don't listen to that nonsense. You can work a lot more than that. So, I advise 80 to 100 hours a week. 7 days a week. If you really want it that bad, you will do it. I work 7 days a week. You know, 80 to 100 hours a week. You know, that's what I advise. Now, a lot of you guys, maybe you do work a decent amount. Maybe you are making a decent amount of money. But guess what? You're wasting it. Cut out all this nonsense. Cut out spending money on going out to clubs, partying, all this stuff. Cut it out. You don't need it. It's not going to benefit you in the future. You have to look to the future. You cannot try to think, oh, I'm going to do this because it looks good now. Well, it looks good now, but you have to remember, you have to live the rest of your life like this. You have to look at it from this perspective. Okay? That you are going to live the rest of your life how you are now. And that's when the switch went off in my head. Because I looked at my life, how I was living, and I said, I don't want to live like this forever. I don't want to live like this forever. Absolutely not. I looked at my dreams and I said, look, I'm not going to achieve my dreams unless I put the effort in. a lot of you guys are wasting the weekend. The weekend is not a time for you to do nothing. Some people party Friday, party Saturday, waste their money on alcohol, waste their money on weed. You're going to be poor forever. I guarantee you, you're going to be poor forever. So enjoy it. Enjoy being poor for the rest of your life. Enjoy it. Enjoy being poor, because that's what's going to happen. Stop wasting your money on nonsense. Don't be like some of these other YouTubers. A new iPad comes out. Oh, I need it. Do you really need it? No, you don't. You just, this stuff is there to make you poor. It's there to make them rich, but it's a double whammy because it's also there to keep you poor. Just because you have money doesn't mean you can spend it. Doesn't mean you can spend it. Just because you have money doesn't mean you should spend it. Grant Cardone, what did he say? He's a guy with a lot of fancy watches, a lot of fancy luxury items. He said he doesn't spend his earned income on any of these items. All the nice watches, all the nice cars. He doesn't spend his earned income on that. He spends his passive income on that. Income that comes through without him having to work for it. That's what they mean when they say passive income, investments. You invest in something and the money comes through without you having to work more beyond that investment. That's your passive income. If you don't have any passive income, stop buying luxury items. Stop buying luxury items, because you're going to be poor forever. You're going to be poor forever. Time is the most important thing. We don't know how much time we have left. We don't. We don't know how much time we have left. Okay? But that's why it's so precious. Are you wasting your time playing video games? Are you wasting your time dating? Are you wasting your time fapping? Fapping is one of the worst ones. And let me tell you why. Because when you fap, it offers no benefit, okay? But what it does is it saps your energy. It really saps your energy and takes your motivation away from you. Every man must do no fap. Every man, I don't care who you are. You have to practice no fap. No fap is a must. If you're not doing no fap, start it. Start it. Okay? You have to. You have to. So, you acquire the skills. You acquire the necessary skills. Okay? Once you acquire the necessary skills, I'm telling you right now, once you acquire the necessary skills and you're willing to put the work in, okay? Because you can have skills, but if you're not putting the necessary amount of work in, you're still not going to get the results. But once you acquire the right skills and you put the right amount of time in due course, you will start to see success financially. You will. My recommendation is definitely to start your own business. Starting your own business, a lot of people are scared. But there's so many different business models out there. There's so many different ways to make money, especially with the advent of, social media and the internet. People are becoming millionaires practically in a few months. Now, I'm not saying everybody can do that. I haven't been able to do that. But you can make a good income. You can make an income that is well above average by starting a business. A good thing with an online business that is location independent is that you can go anywhere in the world. You can go anywhere in the world, and you can go to a cheaper area to save more money. That's right. You can go to a cheaper area or a cheaper country and save even more money. So now you're more skilled, you're saving more money, and you're therefore richer, and you've got more potential to make more. The thing with the business is that your income is not capped. Your income is not capped. You're not put in a position where you have to take a certain amount of money. Yes, your money fluctuates, and some people don't like that. But you can also grow exponentially, which with a 9-to-5 job, you can never grow as fast as you can with a business. So whatever it may be, people say find something you're passionate about. That is the best thing. That is the best thing. But if you're not truly passionate about something, do something that you like enough to be able to spend the time. Really, it depends on your dedication, how much you want this, how much you want to be successful. Some of you guys, if you don't want to be successful, then you can go and work in a supermarket, or you can go and work as a waiter in a restaurant, and you can do that for the rest of your life, and you can be poor for the rest of your life. But that's not for me. I know what it takes to be successful. I know what it takes. I know exactly what it takes, and that's why I will be. If you guys don't know what it takes to be successful, then guess what? You're not going to be. I'm telling you what it takes. I'm telling you how much you have to work. I'm telling you the things you need to, do mentally. The things you have to avoid. I'm telling you all that. So I hope you guys have taken this all in. Alright? If you have to watch it more than once, watch it more than once. So, and I'm currently on step 2, by the way. I'm on this step. I'm on step 2. I don't think I mentioned. But, so, you're in the right mental state. You're positive. You're hardworking. You've got rid of bad habits. Alright? You are somebody who is doing well financially. Okay? You're doing well financially. Now you can move on to step 3. Now, step 3 is an optional step because it doesn't include one specific thing. Step 3 can be different things. It's not just one thing. It's many things combined. Step 3 can be to work on the other things that matter to you in your life. Maybe you want to get married. You can get married now. You're no longer a poor loser. Maybe you want to just date. You can date now. You're no longer a poor loser. Maybe you want to travel the world. Well, if you're doing well financially and you've got a location independent business where you can work from your laptop, you can travel to any country on the planet you want for as long as you want. You can do all this stuff. You can do all this stuff because you put the hard work in, and you deserve to be able to do all this stuff. The things that you want to do, your aspirations, your dreams, you can now fulfill them. Maybe not everything. You want to become a great shape. You want to get in great shape. You want to, some people have done this where they've entered bodybuilding competitions. Project Life Mastery did that. Project Life Mastery, a YouTuber, he entered bodybuilding competitions. If you want to do that, you can do that now. You can do that now. Whatever means something to you, you can do that. Things that you've always wanted to learn, things that you've always wanted to achieve, you've now got the time to do it because you're doing great financially. You don't have to work a 9 to 5. Some of you guys will not have to work at all. You won't have to work at all. Your employees are making you money. You don't have to. You're set up. You're set up for life. Barring any major disasters, we don't know what's going to happen, but you're set up. You can now live a life of luxury. You can now live the life that you saw on TV. That you saw these people living. You can live it. You can live it. Alright? But what you need to understand is that this takes hard work and dedication. A lot of you guys don't have the right work ethic, and that takes years to build up. And one of the problems with you guys is that a lot of you guys are too old. And this has been a positive video, but I have to be real as well. A lot of you guys are too old. Not everybody can implement this. A lot of you guys are too old. A lot of you guys have mental problems. This really is for normal people. Normal. You don't have to be super intelligent. You don't have to be, a genetic monster. No. But you have to be normal. If you have some problems in your brain, if you're an old man, this is too late. This is too late. You cannot compete because, like I've said before, you have to be able to compete. You have to be able to compete with the people around you. And if you're too old, you can't work as hard as those people. You may be able to do it if you're really smart. Well, a lot of you guys don't have what it takes to implement this. Alright? But for the guys that do, specifically the younger guys out here, specifically the younger guys, I know a lot of you guys are watching this. James Hernandez, if you're still here, you're a young guy. You can be a massive success. Your rival John Carson, I don't know if you're still, with that guy, but John Carson can do this. I can do this. You're young, you're fresh, you're full of energy. If you're full of ambition and you're ready to go, you can do it. You can do it. Stop listening to people who are old and finished. These old 38, 45-year-old guys who want to push this negativity, they are finished. They are finished. They have no hope and no chance of achieving anything in their weak, pathetic, miserable lives. Why would you listen to them? What can they offer you? What can they offer you? They can't offer you anything. they are losers, and they will live a miserable life and they will die a miserable death. Stop listening to these individuals. Alright? So that's the final thing I'm going to say. Okay? So now, you're still here, James Hernandez. Alright? You're still here. That's nice. Because now, for the people that are still here, I'm going to take some questions. Okay? I'm going to take some questions. So, fire away if you have any. It's getting really cold out here, man. Goodness me. Whew, it's a full moon as well. It's a full moon. So yeah, man. You got any questions, James Hernandez? Don't leave me out here in the cold, man. If you got questions, ask them quick. You know, ask them quick. I'm going to put my hat on, man. I'm going to drink my drink as well. Once I finish my cold drink, I'm out of here, man. So, if you got any questions about this topic, ask them. If you don't have any questions, then, you know, you can just wait, I guess. I'm 20 and the corners of my temples are receding, and it's really making me depressed and unmotivated. Have you gone through this? Okay, that has nothing to do with this topic, first of all. Look, your hair doesn't really matter, to be honest with you. What matters is your skill set. That's what matters. Look at Project Life Mastery. He's bald. Look at Floyd Mayweather. He's bald. Look at Jeff Bezos. He's bald. You know, doesn't matter. If you have no skills, then that's why you care about that. But if you have skills, you think those guys care about being bald? No, they don't. Because they're better than everybody else. What's your take on having more than one passion or pursuit? Well, I mean, how are you going to pursue multiple? I mean, the thing is that it depends. It depends what it is, you know. I mean, it depends what it is. Let's say two passions they want to be more successful at. Well, you can try it, but you've got to put in, you know, as much time as possible. What you don't want to do is end up being average at both. You don't want to do that. You don't want to end up being average at both things. You want to be, you know, either highly successful at one or highly successful at both. You don't want to just end up being average at two things. That's not going to get you anywhere. You know, I'm pursuing the business. You know, could I do another thing? No. Bezos got divorced and lost half his net, but that got nothing to do with anything. Do you realize that Bezos lost that money? He didn't lose half his net worth. You haven't done your research. He didn't. He didn't lose half his net worth. Please go and do your research, Raz. That's not correct. And he lost not that much. He can make that back in a year, actually. Believe it or not, he can make that back in 1 year. Essentially, he lost basically nothing to him because he's so rich. What's the failure rate for businesses? I don't know that, man. Just Google it, man. I don't know that. To be honest with you, I got no idea. Speaking of being old, how old is too old? It depends on the individual. You know, you can be too old for certain things. I mean, if you want to become, let's say, you want to become a footballer, okay? You want to become a footballer, which isn't really relating to this topic, you know, that's a completely different thing. But if you want to become a footballer, you know, you have to be already there in your late teens, at the latest early 20s, at the absolute latest. I would say early 20s are the absolute latest. If you want to be a successful businessman, you can do that at 50. But you have to have a very big passion about what you're doing, number one. Number two, you have to put the time and the effort in. You have to be very, very persistent. You have to keep going. It has to be your life, you know. If you're talking about dating, you know, it depends on how much money you have, you know. If you want to date attractive women who are not single mothers and you don't have money, you're pretty much finished. You're 30s. You're finished. Because you can't afford to get married. If you can't afford to get married, then you can, you're finished. Girls are not going to date you. Most people, the switch is not going to go off after your mid-30s. Even in your early 30s, possibly. The switch is not going to go off. My switch went off, my early to mid-20s, my switch went off. My switch went off. And even when the switch goes off, it takes years to actually achieve anything. It's not like the switch goes off. If the switch goes off at 35, you may still be too old because it takes years to achieve anything. So it's difficult, man. It's difficult. Once you get to a certain age, man, you could be finished. What is the most important factor in handling a person's mindset? Like I said, man, first of all, if you're listening to people who are pushing negativity, if you're listening to people who failed in life, stop listening to them. You know that guy that we talk about, and I'm not going to mention his name. That guy in particular, don't listen to him. He's failure. He's old. He's a failure. He has nothing to provide. What can he provide you? Nothing. If somebody cannot provide you with, if you listen to a guy and he doesn't make you feel like, yeah, I'm going to do this. Yeah, I can do it. Don't listen to him. It's a waste of time. That's one first thing. Like I said, stop focusing on other people, what they're doing. Because I could be focusing on other people, like saying, oh, this girl, she's smarter than me. She's good looking. She has all these benefits. But what the hell does that affect me? A lot of people, I gotta start walking because this is too cold, man. A lot of people, they're worrying about like all this nonsense. Like, oh, this girl, she sold her bathwater for this amount of money. So, I don't care. I don't care if she falls out of the sky 10,000 feet to her death out of a helicopter. I don't care. It makes no, like, they're focusing on things. The manosphere does this a lot. The manosphere, they like to focus on what women are doing. And that's why the manosphere is a joke. I'm one of the only few true manosphere YouTubers. Those guys are not true manosphere YouTubers. They're focusing on women. How does focusing on women improve a man's life? How? This fake movement they call MGTOW. I'm one of the few true MGTOW. I should be the spearhead of MGTOW. But because I'm not American, and because I don't talk about women, they don't subscribe to my channel and promote my channel. But let them. They're going to be a failure anyway. Most MGTOW guys are failures. Don't believe all this nonsense that they talk about. I'm the truest and realest MGTOW. Let them guys talk all that nonsense. Talking about women, talking about Belle Delph, whatever the hell that bitch's name is, and all these, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if it's easier for women to build businesses. I don't care. You know why? Because I got more work ethic than them. That's why. I got more work ethic than them. I got more ambition than them. Most women, they cannot compete with men. They can only compete with men because, most men are focusing on dating. Dating is one of the most destructive things in the world. Because with dating, men have to pursue dating. Women don't pursue dating. So while you are dating, trying to get a date, women are able to defeat you. Dating is actually, you're allowing women to destroy you. Can't confirm, if you consume a lot of defeatist content, it's hard to break out all of it. Break out of it. Well, if you consume defeatist content, you're going to be a loser forever. You're going to die as a loser. This content, that it doesn't do anything. These guys are old and they are failures. They cannot do anything with their life. Their life is finished. They're just waiting for the grave. A YouTuber like Monday FA Monday is waiting for the grave. He can't do anything. He can't do anything in his life. He's finished. You know? See, that's the thing. What can you say about guys who saying succeed is not worth it? Well, so why don't you kill yourself then? Because if they believe that, why are they living? Because so you're living to do nothing. You know, you're living to do nothing. So you're not living, you're dead. You're dead, you're just waiting for the grave. You know, they don't even have kids. I mean, if you had kids and you believe that, first of all, you're a shitty parent, number one. But at least I could understand. But if you don't have kids, I mean, there's really no point of living if you have that ideology. There's no point of living at all. Okay. The incel echo chamber will only lead a person deeper into despair. You know, there's no such thing as incel. It's just called a loser. You know, incel is a loser. That's what it is. There's no such thing as a successful incel. It does not even exist. Some incels may have a decent amount of money, but they're mentally ill, so it doesn't count. Like I said, there's a 3-step process to success. If you have money but you're mentally ill, you're still a failure. You're not successful. You know, and that's what people don't understand. You have to be in the right mindset to be successful. Otherwise, you're a failure. I don't care how much money you got. If you're mentally ill, you're going to commit suicide anyway, most likely. So I don't like that word incel, because what it is really a word to cover up what they really are, which is a loser and a failure. That's what they are. You know, that's what they are. They're a loser and a failure. They need to stop using these words, incel, all these stupid words, and accept what they are, which is a mentally ill, deranged loser with victim mentality and laziness and entitlement. How many of these so-called incels are working 80 to 100 hours a week? How many incels are practicing NoFap? You know, how many of them? How many incels even have a craft to begin with? You know, they don't have any craft. How many incels are socially adjusted? You know, they don't have anything. They are broke. Oh yeah, that guy has money. No, he doesn't. Did you see his PC? Did you see that video? He was playing some video game, and the thing was running at like 10 FPS. He's poor. You know, don't believe these guys. They say they got money. If you got money, you wouldn't be an incel. There's no such thing as a rich incel. It doesn't exist. These guys make stuff up to justify their failure. I'm not doing that. Why am I not doing that? You know why I'm not doing that? Because I don't want to be a failure forever. If I make stuff up to justify my failure, I die a failure. I die a failure. But anyways, that's all I got to say, man. I hope you enjoyed this stream. I hope you learned something. And I hope you guys implement this stuff into your life. Because, you know, you said you're 20 years old. You got plenty of time. If you start now, you know, there's no doubt that you will be a success. So that's all I got to say. It's the Unreal One here. The truth of the manosphere. And I actually no, before I say I'm out, before I say that, please leave a like, okay? Please leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to this channel if you aren't already. And make sure to hit that notification bell so you are informed every time I upload a new video. It's the Unreal One, the truth of the manosphere, and I'm out of here.